Happy Friday, everybody. Good morning. Let's do a market review. Today's live session going on. This is Friday, December 27th, couple of days before New Year. Hope you all are doing great. So let's start with US 500, which is S&P 500 futures. These are the levels here now. Ideally, I'm not trading tech stocks. I'm looking for tech stocks to go into this green zone to buy. Okay, so I will wait how long it takes, doesn't matter. Now the top of the zone is here around 60, let's say around 6300. So it is possible they can go put the future there. Um, Maybe by spring next year, that's quite possible. Now this zone keeps changing depending on the price action, so we'll see. But ideally, I will wait patiently to be in this green zone. All right, so from where we are right now, the first touch of line is around 8% away. The second touch of line is around 13.5% away. Okay, so and on the other side, from where we are, if they want to pump from here to spring, around 5.5% away on the top side. All right. So now we had a sell-off last week, very oversold here. You can see if I zoom in. This is 4-hour chart, very oversold, came into this green zone. Okay, this is RSI. This is where you usually buy when there's a big sell-off, and then we had a new low compared to this previous low, and then we started getting some divergence. So that was your indication that we have momentum is going higher, and then we got a green dot as a buy signal, and now going higher. Now we are getting a red dot, this 4-hour candle as we are talking right now around 11:16 a.m. Now again, let's wait patiently. I don't know where it's gonna go. This is I wanted to share this chart with you so that you guys can keep an eye now on MES. This is US 500 if you want to look at levels on MES, which is here. So on MES, which is slightly higher than US 500, around 63.26 is the top level and bottom is around 54.55. Let's say around 5400. I think at some point MES will go around 5400. That's where I will be looking to buy like 3x ETFs for a massive pump to the upside. All right. Next year is going to be pretty volatile, I think. The gains we got this year, you won't get same gains. So we have to be very efficient in trading. And again, if you want to know, if you want to be successful with me, with the trades I'm taking, click the join button in the description of this video. Join my channel. I share all the trades I'm taking, what I think about market, all the levels for the stocks you want, and analysis for the stocks you want. All right, so let's go back to our traditional chart, and this is our day trading chart. So where we are right now, S&P 500, US 500 is in the buy zone. All right. Now you can see this is what I share every hour with my subscribers. So you can see now you know this is the area you want to buy because we will be expecting a pump. So you can see US 500 is down almost 1.4%. This is the area you want to buy 3x ETF. If once you see this video, you will be, I can show it tomorrow how it happened, what happened after this, but you can see already we are getting a buy here. This is a perfect zone to buy. Usually getting a third standard deviation is usually what you want to buy at. First is okay, second is also 50% here, but this is where you want to be buying with all the money you have for a pump. You don't want to be short here, guys, all right? So this is where we are. You can see all the other indices. US 100, Nasdaq is also in the buy zone. Dow Jones is also touching buy zone, and then Russell is also touching buy zone. So you can see even Bitcoin, you can see here in the buy zone as well. So looking for a short-term bounce at minimum. Let's see, maybe from now lunchtime to end of the day, they will have a bounce. We'll see how it goes. All right. Now I've shown you these levels. Again, if you want to know more about these levels, I share this with my subscribers every hour. Join my channel. All right. So SPX cycle analysis, looking for a bounce cycle. So we got a decline founding a support on this 50 moving average, red and yellow lines. Looking for a bounce to like early January and then another failure. So maybe a lower high. There's a gap today which we created. So you can see we had a gap down and 6036 is the gap on SPX. So they could pump it, fill this gap and then bring it down. So keep that in mind. NDX also same thing. There are two caps on Nasdaq. Again, if they break this previous low, that's going to be lower high. Now, again, going back on SPX, I'm looking for this gap around election gaps. So 100% that will be filled. Maybe they want to do it in January next year. We'll see. but that gap is a key gap which should be filled at some point. We'll see when that happens. Now Nasdaq, that gap is way down here, around 20,000, so that's going to take a while. On triple Q, that gap is around 505, so keep that in mind. Dow Jones, that gap is already filled on Dow Jones election gap. You can see fully filled. Now getting a lower highs direction. The other two gaps, if they want to bring it lower, 415, 412 is the gap. IWM also had this gap filled, so you can see now the next gap will be around 211, and also on the top side, if they pump, the other gaps are here at the top here as well. And on Bitcoin, uh, this is Bitcoin futures. If I go to 1 hour chart, you can see this gap here, gap up here on 23rd of December, gap up, and they did not fill, just kept ramping. Now they're coming back to fill this gap. So that's why I tell you 90% of the chance gaps are always filled. So 94,000 they will fill at some point. So probably they will do it today, fill it, and then they're done with it. If I go to daily chart on Bitcoin, this is live futures going higher on lower divergence on PP and RSI. So that's an indication that you got to be a bit careful here, right? And it looks like a lower high. Now, if it breaks this previous low around 92, then it's going to go straight down. My target on Bitcoin at minimum is 77K. It's going to come back and fill this gap at some point, 77K. Ethereum, that gap is around 2970. The next gap is around 2236. All right, let's go to commodities. Crude oil is trying everything it can to be above all the moving averages. A lot of pricey, choppy action since here September, just keeping chopping around up and back and forth in this range. And whenever this range breaks, it's going to be a massive breakout in my opinion. So let's see when it happens. There's a gap around 74,858, so that will be filled at some point. CNQ little higher, not that much. Now there are all these yellow lines are the gaps to fill. So if you're in this trade with me, you just have to wait patiently. If this green line cross red line, that's going to be very helpful. Getting a green dot today, buy signal. So let's see if it can confirm it and start getting a uptrend from now until maybe February, March next year. We'll see how it goes. XLE, same thing here, same story. Let's keep moving to other charts. Natural gas is yesterday was weak. Still trying to hold above this 20 moving average, finding support here. Let's see if it can bounce. Gold futures are um, just consolidating, right? I really see good support around here, around 2400. So I really would want gold to come in this level, right? Around 2400. That's where I would really like to see and then buy gold here. This is a nice support trend line. So let's see if we can get here at some point. Silver, just finding support on this 200 EMA SMA. Again on silver, if I go on weekly, there's nice support here around 24 levels. So you can see this whole area. So this is where I want to be buying silver. On gold, you can see on weekly, there's some support here. That's what I was telling you. So it looks like it will come there, and then if that breaks, then some support is here. So this is around 2000 also possible. So keep that in mind. Copper is also near some support here, but the major support is somewhere here. A lot of where it is right now, it can keep going lower, but this is where it should be find some support, this area where it is right now. Sugar on weekly, some support where it is right now. This whole area, let's see if it can keep going lower. This is the whole area to find support. Wheat, very weak, but again in the range here, and this range is there for a while, so looks like they are like you can see from here, this whole area is like a nice support here. So we'll see if it can hold this, and this is a trend line if you want to make something like that. So that's where wheat is right now. Corn is also, this whole area is like just consolidation right now. It's above that area, but this is a support area. Dollar is, let's go to daily. Dollar is above all moving averages, so looking very, very healthy. So next resistance is probably here somewhere, right? Previous all-time high on dollar. Let's go to weekly to see if it can find, if we can find any other levels. You can see it came here before as well. this whole area. So nice resistance probably here on dollar. There you go. All right. Let's go back to daily. All right, let's see when we reach there. What else is there? Let's see. Major stocks, Apple, already new high. I don't know what to say. Very, very overbought. So it can afford to take a nice dump to this previous high. So I won't be surprised if they try to bring Apple all the way down to here. All right. So I won't be surprised. So just keep that in mind. Meta is also there's a gap around 542. They could bring it all the way down there. Not to be honest, I'm not really interested in tech stocks. They're all at new high. I don't want to buy. Even Amazon is at high. Google is at high. I want to buy stocks which are not that close to high. Microsoft is pulling down a bit. So the lower it goes, the better I like. Look to buy around this blue line, which is 200 EMA. So from where we are right now, if Microsoft can drop another 2.6%, that's a good area to buy, I think. CrowdStrike also pulling down a bit. ServiceNow also pulling down. NVDA also cooling down. 119 is nice support here. Then next support after that is 86. AVGO near new high, nothing to do here. Tesla lower high. If a rejection, if it goes below 415, then it's going straight down. All these green lines are gaps to fill, guys. So I think it will be at around 250, maybe around 200 at some point. I just don't know when. So just keep that in mind. All right. Uh, yeah. AMD near some gaps, on top gaps. Nothing interesting here. UNH is also pretty interesting, but I want to see a new low with some divergence form. Until that happens, just not interested. And then TD is also another one, made a new low on divergence, so this is also holding nicely. CNI is also pretty cool here, and then this is also WCN, also pretty much down this stock from top to the bottom, down about 12%. So very, very overbought. So looking for a short-term bounce on this stock. Let's see. And CRM, some people are interested. I think, yeah, I was telling my subscriber this gap should be filled, and they did fill it. Now, depending on how the overall market does, there are more gaps here. You can see here on this day, 6 November, gap up, so that can also be filled. Okay, guys, that's it for today. If there are any particular stocks you want me to review, let me know. I'll take a look. VIX gap around 27, so keep that in mind. A pump on VIX can pump to 27, and that will mean we will have maybe 8 to 10% correction on S&P 500, which I'm expecting. So keep that in mind and be prepared. Okay, take care. Bye.